Hey, welcome to another Valley Forged. I am currently in Da Nang, Vietnam, enjoying myself on a well-deserved vacation after working my butt off in my laser business for years. And that's what I hope for the rest of you. I mean, if you want to start a business, you don't have to. I want to help you get there. If you're a casual laser user, this is also for you. Pretty much the consumer, prosumer side is what I'm focusing on with my 3 should you buy videos. Now, are there a lot of laser companies out there? There are tons, but I only chose the 3 that I thought will still be around in a few years. I think we're going to see a consolidation in the laser market. We're going to see some, super cheap companies that don't have any customer service that are just spitting out lasers. And then we're going to have the 3 that I chose that I think will be around, that are going to continue to innovate. And when you need something, are probably going to be there to help you. And there are, of course, lasers that I have used and companies that I trust. Now, Atomstack, the one we're talking about today, I did not like them at all when I very first got into lasers. And they are one of the few companies that actually improved and got better over time. That is super unusual when it comes to laser companies, so I'm very proud to be able to recommend them. Now, I'm not saying they are for everyone. None of the 3 are for everyone that I chose. And I would check each one and see which one kind of fits with, what you do and what you want. The nice part about Atomstack is they do have a very wide variety of lasers. So it kind of makes it easier for you to navigate, okay, this is right for me, whereas some of the other, laser companies may only have 1 or 2 things. Recently I had the Atomstack Hurricane and it really worked well for me. I was very happy with it. Solid build construction. And if you want to do any sort of clear or transparent acrylic, it is a must-have. Diode lasers, please do not even think about it. No matter what you see, if somebody tells you online, oh yeah, this diode laser will cut through this clear acrylic, it's just not a good idea. Even if it worked a little bit, it's not going to be clean. It's not going to be what you want if that's something that you want to do on a regular basis. You're going to want a CO2 laser. The Atomstack Hurricane I'm very happy with, and would recommend it for that sort of thing. If you are looking for a diode laser for just doing wood, mainly leather, and many of you know I have the files that I use to actually run my business. I do have a link below on Etsy, and those will be helpful. You want to make leather wallets, you want to make different things that I actually sell. Go and try those out with your purchase. Atomstack, there's a link for that below, and for Craft Closet. Now, I mentioned doing acrylic with a diode laser. They do have a large selection of acrylic that will work on a diode laser, but I would stick to Craft Closet, and what they say is the diode laser compatible. And then, of course, they do have stuff for the CO2 lasers as well. I'm not going to go over every product that they have. They have quite a bit. I mean, if you look at this A70 Max, one of the things I wanted to mention is when I look for a laser and I see recommendations, do they actually use that laser, right? I see a lot of commercials basically for lasers, but look for the stuff that people actually use. And I'm a fan of Clack Shack, and he uses the Atomstack lasers for his business, and that makes a difference to me. It's one thing to try and use something, you know, 1 or 2 times to see how it cuts, but when you want to consistently make something over and over, you don't have time for it to break. You don't have time for, you know, it having to do maintenance every hour. You need something that's going to work consistently day in, day out, and make the things that you need to make. As you can see, the Atomstack has stood the test of time in that particular thing, and so that's one of the reasons why I recommend it. So go through their catalog, you know, the link is below, like I said. Just go through their catalog and see what the prices are, and if, does that make sense to you for what you need to do? I mean, to be able to get an A70 Max, you know, that you can do some really huge pieces. Now that's not going to be for everybody. And you need a huge place to put that, right? You got to think about all of these things. Are you going to be doing really large pieces over and over? You know, Clackcheck does stove covers, right? Here's one of the things I wouldn't recommend. This little Atomstack 5 watt. I just don't like 5 watt lasers. You know, they're fine for doing engraving. I get it, but you're gonna have to cut that thing out that you engraved, right? And what are you gonna use 1/16 of an inch things all the time? For a very, very small group, like here, I'll throw up a video of somebody here in Vietnam that made a business just doing personalized things right here at the market. And as you'll also see, they didn't use the cover. But that's a similar to machine to this type of thing. It is possible, but you're going to want to have blanks that are already done that you stick in a particular place. It's a very select people that would actually use this type of laser. For the majority of you, don't even think about it. Don't even look at it, in my opinion. And of course, this video is my opinion. The Ace V2 series, I liked a lot. You can go out and watch my videos on that, on the A20. I thought it was a fantastic machine, but just look at the price compared to, you know, what you're going to get for a similar other things, and think about that. They have a new machine out called the Craft, and that's a dual laser engraver that has the IR. I'm not the biggest fan of IR when it comes to diode lasers. This is just my personal thing. I have had very few people out there that watch my videos that are like, oh yeah, this IR thing was the best thing I ever bought, and I'm so happy I got it. But a lot of people have spent a lot of money getting IR. Now, this is going to come with it, and I think it's a reasonably priced machine for an all-in-one that already has that. And there may be specific reasons why you may want to be able to use them both at the same time. This is a newer thing. It's a newer technology as far as being able to mix the two. So I'm not sold yet on why you would want to have that. Now, remember, with a 20 watt diode, yeah, for 1/8 inch, it's going to be fine. You're going to be able to cut out 1/8 inch, and you're going to be able to do some nice engraving. But if you're talking about doing 1/4 inch, you're going to have to do 2 passes, and that's an extra a lot of time. I think 20 watts might be a little bit low. 30 watts for me now is kind of the sweet spot. Because you can do the 1/4 inch fairly easily, and you're also able to engrave pretty well. Once you get up to 40 watts, your engraving isn't quite as nice, but you're gonna blow through 1/4 inch. So there's a lot to think about. I've made tons of videos on all these sorts of things. I have not tried the Craft because I am in Vietnam, and I'll do that when I get back. But I would like to see, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna do this, come out with a higher price power module for this. And again, I'm still not sold on the IR. I'm going to keep watching videos and learning more about it and seeing how I feel about it. It does look a lot like the S1 from Xtool. It looks a lot like that, and that's a fine because the S1 was great. And I'm really happy that Atomstack has started making the all-in-one. And again, I think the price is not so bad. It's certainly something to look at. So yeah, they have quite a lot of different things. But if you're going to want to do like metal, and that's going to be your primary thing, I'm not sure that getting even a small IR module and a diode laser is going to be your best bet. So there are other lasers, types of lasers, Galvo, etc., that are just going to be superior when it comes to doing that, primarily metal work. Again, this is all my opinion. And, over years and years of watching and listening to people on whether they're happy or unhappy about what they've got, it matters a lot. Customer service, I would say they're pretty close to Xtool when it comes to customer service. Not quite as good as Rolly, of course, but far from the worst. And customer service is one of those things that's very difficult these days. Facebook groups are really, really great for getting help with most all lasers these days. You just find the Facebook group that meets what you're trying to do and get some help from people out there. But there really isn't a ton of negatives right now when it comes to Atomstack. I think they make a good laser, and they have a wide variety of things where you can try and find the thing that best suits what you are trying to do. And you're going to be able to find a lot of accessories and things for their different lasers, which is also really nice. And if you really want to go for it, I had the A70. I didn't have the Max edition. I just had the regular A70. That thing, oh my gosh. If you're only going to be doing a lot of cutting with 1/4 inch and above, with 1/4 inch to up to 1/2 inch, that thing is insane. But you see, we thought, oh, it's going to go up to 70, and then all of a sudden we're going to see 100, 120, 150. Never materialized. So as of right now, 40 watts seems to be about the limit of being able to engrave and being able to cut consistently. So something to think about there. But I really, really enjoyed having the A70, and I got a lot of fun work done. You can check the videos for that. So that's about all I'm going to say right now for this edition. I just wanted to look back at the 3 that I have recommended. And if there's something else that you would recommend that you think I'm really missing, you can let me know in the comments as well. And again, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Links below for everything, and I will see you in the next one. Love y'all. That's the first thing I will say without a doubt. The construction of this machine is better than any other desktop that I've ever seen. It's just miles above the last one that I reviewed. In fact, I removed that from my website I removed that from my YouTube videos just because I don't want anybody to now get that, considering this has come out. Several new desktops have come out, and they're just better.